Okay guys, it's Lisa from Strength Foundation. So you watched the review video. This is just a quick study guide, and I am going to do one for each chapter. Structure and function of the muscular, nervous, and skeletal systems. So I know there's a lot in this chapter, and it's a tough chapter to start with. I know for me, for personal trainer, for studying for CSCS, for paramedic, all of that, once you get into the anatomy of the muscle, it's a lot to memorize. So notice that it gets into macro and microstructure, right? Macrostructure gets into how the muscle is organized. So each muscle is surrounded by the epimysium. That's divided into bundles called fasciculi. You'll see some discussion of that in these pages. The bundles, fasciculi, are surrounded by perimysium. The individual fibers within the bundles are surrounded by endomysium. And if you need to, make flashcards, but obviously pay attention to the terms in bold, have a basic understanding of anatomy, but I would hammer home the muscular components and anatomy and makeup of the muscle even more. And there's a good picture diagram of that here. The microstructure gets into myofibrils, which are bundles of myofilaments. The myofilaments, this you've got to know. Myosin, thick fibers, actin, thin. They're going to ask, what is the basic functional and contractile unit of the muscle? It's a sarcomere. It's made of what? It extends from one Z line to another. Here, you'll see these. A band is the dark area containing myosin. The I band is the light containing only actin. Notice the word only. The H zone is the center of the A band where only myosin is present. So I has only actin, H has only myosin. The A is a dark area also containing myosin, but it's a dark area. So sliding filament theory, know this. It explains that. I think the most important part of this is that the actin and myosin filaments slide past each other, but they don't change their actual length. Memorize that part, that they don't change their actual length. And again, what is the sarcomere? The functional unit of the muscle. It's contractile, so the functional contractile unit of the muscle. All right, so this is some neurotransmitter stuff. Know this, study about it. Actin, troponin, tropomyosin. But even more importantly, understand muscle actions. See the heading? Muscle actions. Concentric, muscle force exceeds resistance and the muscle shortens. Eccentric, muscle force is less than resistance and the muscle lengthens. Isometric, equal, muscle stays the same length. Know your type 1, 2A, and 2X fibers. 1 is your slow twitch. 2A and 2X are your fast twitch. So muscle fiber types. So this talks about recruitment, essentially, like what activities use what muscle fiber types more. Okay, the nervous system, I know that's intimidating, but so are the muscle fibers, and you got that. The motor unit consists of one motor neuron and all the muscle fibers it innervates. All fibers in a motor unit are of the same type, right? So let's go back up. If they're type 1, they're type 1. If they're 2A or 2X, that's what they are. Motor units are recruited in order of size. Smaller type 1 units first, followed by larger type 2 units as more force is needed. Muscle spindles are sensitive to changes in muscle length and speed of the stretch. They trigger the stretch reflex. Golgi tendon organs located near the muscle tendon junction sense excessive tension and trigger the muscle to relax as protective mechanisms. That's so you won't like hyperextend, blow out your joint, carry a load you shouldn't, like way beyond ambition, like danger. So muscle spindles. Okay, here's some elaboration on the motor unit. Okay, how many bones in the body? 206. Axial skeleton is your skull, vertebral column, ribs, and sternum. Appendicular skeleton is the bones of the upper and lower limbs. Bone health. So bone remodels based on stress. No Wolff's Law. That is basically what that is. Weight bearing and resistance training increases bone mineral density, helping to prevent osteoporosis. So yes, the got milk commercials were a lie. Do your strength training. And then know the difference between tendons and ligaments. So here's a discussion about osteoporosis. Let's look at tendons and ligaments. What's the most important thing? Tendons attach muscle to bone. Ligaments connect bone to bone. Here's your study questions. Thanks for watching.